So there are 3 finalists for the Democracy Innovation Award that have been selected following the discussions yesterday in the labs in a very, I would say, animated debate. And of course then selected by the rapporteurs last night. And as usual, the selection process has very clear and strict criteria, and I will spell out what are the 7 criteria that were used in selecting these 3 finalists. Impact, participation, sustainability, transferability, innovation, storytelling, and interaction with audience. And of course, we want to thank very much the lab rapporteurs for having done this important job and doing the pre-selection of the 3 finalists. Now, the 3 finalists are Mind the Gap, National Museum of World Culture from Sweden, that will be presented by Rasha Shaban, and Movement, New Type of Citizens, which is an NGO, Nouveau Type de Citoyen, from Benin, presented by Romaric Mufatou, who is the founder of this movement, and Astrea Justice, which is Justice Code Foundation Trust from Zimbabwe, and it's presented by Courtney Mukovi, who is also founder of this foundation. So now I will give a floor to my co-chair, Nedlika, to present briefly or give the description of these 3 initiatives.
Thank you, Madam Director General. Yes, as you heard, we have amazing initiatives in the final voting. So we will start with the first initiative. As you heard, it's Mind the Gap, National Museum of World Culture from Sweden. It will be presented with, by Ms. Rasha Shaban. This initiative is a creative program led by National Museums of World Culture to facilitate inclusion, equality, intercultural dialogue, and active citizenship through digital storytelling and performance arts. It investigates how our daily lives gaps can bring us closer to each other. It creates a safe dialogue space for ordinary people from different culture and social background to reflect on gaps in our daily life and helps individuals become more active citizens. It asks, can our gaps bring us closer to each other? It works with ordinary people and young creatives who are willing to share their stories about what is missing in their lives and the society at large. Its regional scope has been Europe and mainly the Middle East. Ms. Rasha, please take the floor, and you have 5 minutes for your presentation. And you will see the time on the display. So after 5 minutes, we will cut.
Okay, hi everyone, good morning. Dear democracy practitioners, dear democracy defenders, have you ever thought what it's like to be born to Syrian parents in Sweden and living as a misfit all your life, suffering from eating disorder because you couldn't fit in the society? Have you ever thought what it's like to be forced to leave your home country because of armed conflict, because of dictatorship, and keep looking for your favorite food all over that will never taste the same as your home country? Have you ever thought what it's like to listen to a big hit kind of music that is only sang by men and women are deprived of singing it? Have you ever thought what it's like to be trapped in a body that you feel you don't belong in? Have you ever thought what it's like to be circumcised as a young girl of 9 years old by your own grandma? This is, in a nutshell, Mind the Gap. My name is Rasha Shaban. I'm a local from Alexandria, Egypt, and Gothenburg, Sweden. I work at the National Museums of World Culture of Sweden. I'm a living proof of Mind the Gap. I live with a gap between my home country and my new home country, Sweden. For those of you who don't know Gothenburg, it's known to be one of the most segregated cities in Europe. We started to look at our own local environment. What does it mean to live in a segregated society? Democracy does not exist. We make it. Democracy does not exist. We make it. Segregation is the biggest threat to democracy today. When we don't know each other, when we don't know our neighbors, when we don't talk to our parents, when we enjoy living in our own bubble, we are threatening democracy. Yet every 4 years, we are surprised by the voting results, or by a new conflict, or by a new global crisis. In Mind the Gap, we believe, one, we all live with a gap. Two, everyone has the right to own and share their story. It's your right, your democratic human right. We believe in the healing power of storytelling. And we believe that we need to create a space for the unheard to share their stories, to be active citizens. We train people to be active citizens by saying we exist and this is our story. We believe that arts are open to all genders. And we believe that the colonial past is still overshadowing the present. In Mind the Gap, we create a safe space for ordinary citizens, like all of us here. Those from different socioeconomic backgrounds, from sociocultural backgrounds, we create this space to dialogue, and we ask, how can our gaps bring us closer to each other? Since 2018, we have been organizing creative workshops and residencies in Europe and in the Middle East. Our latest production, actually, this year was, for the first time, we produced a music album sang by women, lyrics written by women, of a very well-known type of music that has been existing in the Arab world since 2009, that has been exclusively dominated by men. At last, I want to thank every person who trusted Mind the Gap with their story, their trauma, their dream, their healing journey. Thank you for voting for them, not for me. And last but not least, I think today's winner is going to be a voice from Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you once again for this inspiring initiative. Now we will move to the second initiative in our final voting. We have a movement, new type of citizens, nouveau type of citoyen, sorry for my French, from Benin, which will be presented by Mr. Romaric Mout. Just to check, should we vote right now or after all three initiatives? Okay, now we should vote. So if you vote for this first initiative, you need to press yes. If you are in favor, yeah, we also think like that, but we got information that we'll do like this. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because we had a little bit discussion with the technicians whether we can do the vote only at the end of the three, and now it is possible. So I think this is fair. All the three will make their presentations first.
Yes. Thank you once again, and sorry for this. I agree completely. Now, as I said, we will have the presentation of Movement New Type of Citizens, which is a Beninese non-governmental organization established in January 2020. It is a secular and non-political organization covering the whole national territory. The global objective is to contribute by 2030 to fostering a new generation of a new kind of citizens who are not merely spectators, but the actors and co-producers of their communities and their country's governance. New type of citizens is made up of young Beninese volunteers who have decided to dedicate their time and their resources to the advancement of democracy in Benin through education and citizen participation. Mr. Romaric, you have 5 minutes. Good luck.
Thank you. Merci au Conseil de l'Europe pour l'invitation.
Thank you, and thank you to the Council of Europe for the invitation. Ladies and gentlemen, in your various titles, the vitality of democracy in development of democracies in our countries should not be realities. If citizens were interested in public affairs, so democracy is not a political system; it's a culture. What if we brought a critical mass of citizens to develop democratic cultures in their daily lives? We would succeed in this challenge of a new hope for democracy. And this is to bring the citizen back into the heart of democracy, that with other young people who wanted a new positive change in our country, Benin. This is why I created New Type of Citizen in Benin. This is a philosophy of life on 5 pillars. Number 1, the citizen should be actively informed on texts and laws of their country. Pillar number 2, the citizen should actively participate in the knowledge of development and political programs of its locality, of their locality and their country. Number 3, they should be implied and collaborate with political authorities to solve problems for their community. And if something goes wrong, they should act instead of criticizing and their decision makers. Number 4, they should embody patriotic, ethical and moral values and respect the public good. Pillar number 5, they should be an expert in their field of knowledge to contribute to the creation of resources in their country. These 5 pillars are the vectors of a living democracy. And we wanted to create 2 programs in this purpose. So, education to democracy. We have now more than 600 users for our classes, videos, PDFs. We created videos and chronicles in French and in other languages that we shared on social networks. We have more than 12,000 posts published.
So we've helped educate over 1 million citizens through the New Type of Citizen initiative that we produce and broadcast every Thursday from 9 to 9:30 p.m. on national TV. And finally, we've also reached more than 250,000 citizens in villages and neighbours through the sessions we run physically. And we're not giving up on them. We have created 45 NTC clubs to provide space for citizens to continue cultivating the 5 pillars. As to our citizen participation programmes, we've created more than 336 collaborations between citizens and town halls, local authorities, more than 809 between citizens and police, and more than 100 development projects in villages. Ladies and gentlemen, these numbers are insignificant when you compare them to the impact that NTC has had on human lives, on citizens' lives. And I have so many anecdotes to talk to you about, to tell you. Safiatou Danturu, a young girl from the Fulani community, which is often marginalised in northern Benin, where girls have no right to education, has not missed a single town council meeting, and now she's being involved in getting other children involved. Kadidiatu Egunenti, a young girl who did not believe at all in public governance, took her case to the local town council in order for them to repair the road that ran in front of her house because it was potholed. These examples show that the philosophy is not a utopia. It's not, and that through one single citizen you can provide benefits for the entire community. And that's why I humbly ask this august assembly to join forces and make NTC a worldwide, global philosophy. We've contributed because nations are therefore have been given us as inheritance, and the earth too. And by coming to this forum, I am a prophet of a new concept, that of the new type of citizen, which puts the individual at the heart of democracy by asking each citizen to adopt democratic values in their daily lives. At NTC, development always starts with the citizen. I am NTC. What about you? I invite you to become it.
The youth and the women of the world, and we the youth and the women of Africa, we earn to write a new story for our continent. Please join us to make history.
Thank you very much for this amazing presentation. And now we are coming to the third finalist, which is Astrea Justice, Justice Code Foundation Trust from Zimbabwe, which will be presented by Courtney Mukoi, founder of the Justice Code Foundation. On a general basis, the Justice Code Foundation Trust uses modern and innovative ways to ensure that citizens' rights are protected, promoted, fulfilled, and remedied adequately in a timely manner. Therefore, it is recognizes and acknowledges that for citizens to acquire a remedy, enjoy protection of some of their rights, it does not just end by empowering the citizens alone, but it goes beyond to also ensure that other key players are equally empowered, such as government departments and private sectors. Astrea Justice informs and educates the societies of their legal rights in three local languages, Shona, English, and Debil. The solutions educate the citizens of their rights to administrative justice, vote, demonstrate and petition, equality before the law, rights of the arrested person, and personal security inter alia in simple terms for easy understanding, informing citizens the contents of the rights, and going on further to inform them what to do in case such right has been violated. Mr. Courtney McCoy, floor is yours. You have also 5 minutes. Good luck.
Hello. Today I want to share with you a story of our initiative. It is a story of people power, and it is a story of solidarity. So 2008, I was 12 years old. I'm in rural Zimbabwe. We have one of the most contested elections in Zimbabwe. Robert Mugabe, the then president, refused to leave power. He had lost, unfortunately. And he calls for a rerun. But before the rerun, he decides to send war veterans, soldiers, to breed violence into the people. Unfortunately, myself and my family, we became victims of this. I remember the fateful Friday afternoon when my mother was in the kitchen. She was trying to prepare lunch for us. They came in and they said, "Where's your mother?" They started interrogating her in the kitchen. The next thing I heard was a slap. She was beaten, and I tried to call for help, but unfortunately, no one could come. And what we were left with are scars. My mother is left with physical scars. My siblings and myself, we are left with emotional and psychological scars. And these are scars of a failed democracy. But then going through college, I fell in love with human rights. I started writing, I started tweeting, working with organizations that are involved in human rights. But one particular moment happened. There's a prominent journalist who was reporting about COVID-19 in 2020, and this journalist is arrested. But then he films the arrest on Twitter, and it's a live feed. The police confiscate his phone. It was at that moment that I thought that, you know, there's a lot that we can do with technology to remedy, protect, and promote human rights. I was in college. I started working on Astrea Justice, and I left school to start implementing Astrea Justice. Yeah. And there was tremendous adoption of our solution in Harare. So we then said we need to focus on rural communities because our orientation or our understanding of democracy was that it begins from the community. We wanted to take a grassroots approach. We went to the rural areas in Zimbabwe. One particular area is Matabeleland South. Ladies and gentlemen, we failed because of the strong digital divide in Zimbabwe. But fortunately, we were using the human-centered design approach. We went back to the drawing board. We started reimagining our solution. We went with our solution available on a USSD platform and in local languages, focusing on human rights awareness and remedying human rights abuses. We won. People started using our solution, and to our amazement, we started working with people. And one particular thing was that whenever a person faces a human rights abuse, we were there. Solidarity was key for us. We stood with the community. And people in local communities were able to bring chiefs, local councillors, rural district administrative to account because they knew of their rights and they knew that there was someone, there is a friend. There's Astrea Justice. And right now, as we were working on our solution, well, Innovation for Change Africa Hub, based in Kenya, noticed us. They said this is a good initiative, we need it in Kenya. And as I speak to you right now, my team is in Zambia working with GIZ, implementing Astrea Justice in Zambia. And we've also been in Eswatini. Solidarity, because we believe that a violation in Zambia is a violation in Zimbabwe. Thank you so much.
Warm thanks to the three finalists. Now that you have participants heard all three of them, we will come to the final vote of the winner of Democracy Innovation Award. So how we go about it is that we will vote each initiative at a time. You will vote yes or no, and we will give you about 2 minutes for each vote to make sure that you have had chance to and time to vote. And in the end, we count who got the most yes votes. You will see the results at the end. I will now ask the technicians whether they are ready to open the vote for the first one, which is the Mind the Gap initiative. So the vote is open. If you have any problems voting, please lift your hand because we have our technicians walking in the chamber.
Genau, exakt.
The vote is closed for the Mind the Gap. And we now vote for the second one, movement New Type of Citizen, Nouveau Type de Citoyen. And I ask the vote to be opened.
We killed him. Non, mais l'idée d'une main qui est dedans est bien. There's some help needed there, I think so, at the very last row. Look, to 3039. Somebody is coming and helping you.
Thank you very much. And the last, third initiative, Astrea Justice. I call the vote to be opened.
If you don't mind, Maria, I just wanted to say how exciting it is to see all these young people, all these delegates, all those people from all over the world doing exactly the same job with the same tools normally the Council of Europe is working. So this is exciting, and I hope you feel also rewarded to do this today.
It's impressive silence in the chamber.
Thank you. There is some help needed, around 339 again, please. This gentleman here needs maybe some help. Thank you. It's okay? Thank you.
Okay, I close the vote for the third initiative. And when the technicians are ready, I ask them to display the results of the 3 votes, please.
Just some more seconds and we will know who the winner is.
Congratulations, please.
All our congratulations. All our congratulations. What a wonderful initiative we voted for today. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's not us. Thank you to take your seats again. Thank you so much, Maria, for this wonderful ceremony of Democratic Innovation Award. And because we have the winner, it's not, oh, he is touched and it is so right. And your honor will be even bigger because it's not Alex and me, but the Secretary General who will give you your award. Please welcome again Maria Pecenovic-Buric, please. Here she comes. Please. Here is the winner of the World Forum for Democracy 2022. What a wonderful initiative he described us. There's hope for Zimbabwe. thanks to the fight of young and engaged people. This is absolutely perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madame. Yes, this is your applause. Get your applause here. This is your applause. Woo, 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 woo. This is great. This is fantastic. He is definitely humbled by his award winning. Thank you so much. Please. So after this very emotional